We've talked about captains here before. They are the on and off ice leaders who can make a difference in a team's success. But a captain isn't always chosen on their playing ability alone. Captains are chosen to be leaders, know how to work the refs, and get the most out of their teammates. Being an elite player is not a prerequisite to be a captain. So here is a list of the 5 worst NHL captains, categorized only by their on-ice ability. And no, I am not saying these players suck. They are captains for a reason, but their playing ability isn't the reason. Okay, pretty much means that they suck. Number 5, Shane Doan. I'm going to get some flack for this one, as Shane Doan is a beloved hockey player for the Arizona Coyotes, loyal to a fault, and is a solid right winger, and has been for 18 years, all with the same team. Statistically, he had some great years in the 2000s, including a 31-goal campaign in 2008, 2009, and a 78-point season the year before. But now he is losing the battle every player will lose, which is the battle with Father Time. He's over 40 now, and for most 40-year-olds, that means hurting yourself when you bend over to pick up a pen you just dropped with your old weathered hands. His stats don't lie. Even though he had a really solid year last year, 28 goals, he hasn't topped 50 points since 2011. In 2014, he had a plus-minus of -29, which is terrible. This year, he has 9 points in 27 games, which is a blistering pace of 27 points. The Yotes probably don't care. He's going to retire soon, and they will decide what to do with the driver's seat. And Doan will undoubtedly enter the Coyotes Hall of Fame to much-deserved appreciation and admiration for his dedication and loyalty to the squad. But like old Yeller, it's time to put this old desert hunting dog down. Great guy, though. I wish him the best. And that they just let him retire instead of shooting him with his shotgun. Number 4, Brian Gionta. This aging, diminutive right winger is an interesting case. The 5'7" terror had a breakout season in 2005 when he racked up 89 points for the New Jersey Devils, with an absurd 48 goals and 41 helpers, playing alongside Patrick Elias and Scott Gomez. But since then, he hasn't ever even come close to that level of production, and now at age 37, he finds himself using his grittiness and leadership as his most marketable skill. What's interesting is that he was signed by the Sabres in 2014 and was immediately made their captain at age 35, even though he had never played a game for them and his skills have been declining for years. He did win a Stanley Cup in 2003, however, he was basically a rookie, and Martin Brodeur had more to do with that than Brian Gionta. But given his age and the situation in Buffalo with Jack Eichel, his time will likely be coming to an end soon as the team continues to try and figure things out with what they want to do out in Western New York besides freeze to death and have fans that throw dildos on the pitch during live sporting events. Dear Buffalo, please do that in an NHL game. Hopefully hit Pierre Maguire while you're at it. Number 3, Gabriel Landeskog. Oh, this is shocking to you that I would not choose an aging geriatric NHL player and just list out some diminishing stats and make the case that the guy is simply old and that's why he sucks? Landeskog is an enigma because it's hard to understand why he is the captain at all of the Avalanche in the first place, a team that has Jerome Iginla on the roster. When Landeskog was named captain in 2012, he was the youngest captain ever at the time, beating Sidney Crosby by 11 days, and now only McJesus is younger by 20 days. You see that? Sandwiched in between Crosby and McDavid in youngest captain ever age is Landeskog, the former number 2 overall pick who has never scored more than 26 goals in his first 4 seasons, and his scoring is actually decreasing over the last 2 years. So if the Avalanche thought they had the next Sid the Kid in the draft, then they are purely mistaken. To be fair, the 2011 entry draft featured Ryan Nugent-Hopkins as the top pick, and Mark Scheifele seems to be the only star in the first round that has produced, though it's a little early to tell. Yes, Landeskog is still growing as a player, but again, it's puzzling to see him in the captain role so soon when he is still developing as a scorer and is not even the best player on a team that has all-star Matt Duchene and speedster Nate MacKinnon on it. But like any bad decision a team makes, you have to stick with it, right, Islanders fans? I think Landeskog might develop into an elite player, but if he stays with the Avs, he might have a similar career to... Shane Doan. Number 2, Andy Greene. Do you even know who Andy Greene is? Perhaps he is a lawyer or he did your taxes last year. You wouldn't know he has been the captain of the Devils for 2 seasons now, would you? Greene is a solid defenseman, scoring not really his thing. His career high in points is 37 in 2009-2010. Probably his biggest qualification to be captain of the Devils was his tenure with the squad, as he has been there for 10 years. I really have nothing to say about him other than he's been a part of some deep Devil playoff runs, and honestly, nobody else on the squad qualified for the captaincy at the time he was named other than Patrick Elias, who has been around longer than the stench northern Jersey emanates on hot afternoons. Greene is 34, so he probably has a few more years at the helm, and it's great to see that you can be a solid defenseman and lead your team to some mediocre seasons before you call it a career and start your career as a CPA. Number 1, Derek MacKenzie. Did you even know this 35-year-old bottom line center was the captain of the Florida Panthers? Not even a full-time NHLer until 2010, MacKenzie hasn't exactly been a scoring marvel, with his career high of 23 in 2010-2011. 23 points, that is, total. In 2014 and 2015, in 82 games with the Panthers, he scored 5 goals. 5. He is the active John Scott, but is somehow the captain of the Panthers. Jágr and Ekblad must seriously not want the job. This must be a Florida thing to have aging people near retirement captain the squad. See Willie Mitchell. Maybe it's a way to connect with the fans down in South Florida. But seriously, it's puzzling they would name him captain. However, I have to guess it has something to do with this toughness, and some members of the squad are young and need old man guidance. Dave Tollin, the Panthers GM, said this about the appointment. Derek embodies the type of character and work ethic we want a Florida Panther to possess. He is a respected leader both on and off the ice in this organization and within the South Florida community. We are very excited to move forward with Derek as our team's captain. Also, Huberdeau is injured, Jágr doesn't want the job, and we just need a warm body in the role until we find another old guy to fill the role for 2 years. That last part is made up. Agree with my list? Think some captains suck more than the ones I just named? Add a comment below, and as always, leave a like and subscribe if you're not already. I'm 5 Points Gaming, and you made it to the end of this video.